Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. While I was gone, they released new 16-bit hero event cards, and I want to talk about them because there were some that were really good, and one, honestly, the best new right-handed defenseman that you might be able to get in the game right now. So I want to break all those down. Also, guys, check me out on Twitch. I go live every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, all the way up to the new content at 5, so if you want to check out the new content, my Twitch is the place to be. Tomorrow, December 8th, I'm actually doing a special charity stream for Princess Margaret in the hopes to conquer cancer. So even if you can't donate, come and hang out. Does help, obviously. That starts at noon. Hope to see you guys all there. All right, let's get into all of the 16-bit hero event cards that came out. All right, we'll start first with Hal Gill, 6'7". I mean, that is absolutely exceptional. Light the lamp and applesauce. He's got 80 skating. So unless you wanted to do like an alls over 6'5" build team or you're a Bruins fan, you're just like not going to be able to use him because he is just going to be like he's in mud. However, he's got shutdown, which is cool, and 6'7" is elite in his own zone. But you're just not going to be able to use him at this stage of the game. Really cool card, though, and I'm glad they're starting to use some of the older guys that actually make sense for this event because, as I mentioned in the prior videos about this, I wasn't really big on, younger players being 16-bit when they weren't even alive during that era. We also got the 83 Bob Probert, Workhorse and Spark, and Magician. I mean, a little bit better at 6'3", but he's a winger with 77 endurance and 85 speed. His shot accuracy at 75 means you're not going to be able to hit the net at all. However, he's got rock-solid body checking. But just a cool card. I love Bob Probert. I love his cards, and I remember his legend card, I believe in NHL 20, was one of my favorites. But yeah, just not something you're going to be able to use with effectiveness in 22. We've got the 84 Kirk McLean, and obviously, he's just not ever able to be used because, well, he's only 6 foot. So I don't know until they make smaller goaltenders viable. It's going to be awfully difficult. And with, how goaltenders get beaten 22 in the certain ways, the smaller goaltenders get eaten alive. 6 foot's just not tall enough, unfortunately, if you want to get a competitive goaltender. We've got the 85 ally of Freddie with Workhorse and Spark and Distributor, which is a nice combo. And he's 6'3", 240. When you add it all up, he's got 84 speed, 84 acceleration. However, slapshot power is always an absolute cannon for Maya Frady. Good defensive stats as well. At 6'3" is nice, but even if you were just starting the game out, I mean, you'd probably rather have base Hedman, other than the fact that you can get both of these synergies. So early on in the game, if your other options are, you just can't afford them, it's tough because, that speed is just not really going to be able to be usable. 75K, there is absolutely no shot. So, unless he's going for, somewhere near the bare minimum, that's a pass. We got the 85 Ryan Graves, Spark, as well as Light the Lamp. Skating's not completely unusable. 86 speed, 88 acceleration's okay. Shot in the mid-80s, but same kind of situation. Some of these old icon cards, the way that they upgrade is just because their skating is so slow, it's very difficult to use them once you kind of get into, the high 80s for a lot of them, when all of the other cards are in the high 80s as well. So there's a lot of other left-handed wingers that I'd much rather have. Like Base Taylor Hall, I'd much rather have than this Adam Graves. Got the 86 Blake Wheeler, 6'5" with buzzing and Magician, which helps out his skating quite a bit. And 6'5" is incredible, but he's got a center build and plays wing. It's very tough in 22 to use a card on a line where you're never going to get breakaway speed. So unless you're someone that can go left and right a lot and you're not struggling and most of your goals don't come off the rush, this could be a nice card for you to use because once he gets the puck, it's going to be very difficult to knock him off of it with 6'5" and, 87 balance as well. And like I said, his synergy combo is not awful, but it's a very specific type of player that's going to use him. We've got the 86 Jason Spezza with wingman and buzzing. I'd probably go wingman over buzzing, to be honest with you, because he is a centerman, and he has a great defensive awareness, stick checking, and face-off rating, which is awesome for centerman. Low-key, not a bad card at all. Again, you have to use him at center. His skating stats just aren't high enough, unfortunately. But with Jason Spezza, I mean, he is a Leaf, so he's a little bit more popular usually. 40K I wouldn't spend, but if he got down to 30, you could do worse, I think. It's 6'3". Like I said, that's a great size, and I talk about it an awful lot. That's just very important to have. And when you get Thief activated, he's got some pretty elite defensive stats. So if you're a Leafs fan looking for a Spezza card, or if you're just someone trying to find maybe a bottom third or fourth center to use on your penalty kill lines, things like that, he might be an option for you. We've got the 86 Wade Redden, who I remember from the Ottawa Senators back in the day. He's got buzzing as well as workhorse, but even when you get both those activated, it's just awfully tough to use a centerman, or sorry, use a defenseman with that kind of speed right now, unless he's like Hal Gill's size. He does have great size, so there is that, but even if he's going for the bare minimum, it's just tough because, you know, again, there's none up, but like it's just not a very good mix. Like he needs a little bit more. It's close, and if you know how to defend the rush well, once you get into your own zone, this Wade Redden card would be pretty nice. His accuracy isn't going to be anything that's helpful, though, so also that. Got the 87 Wendell Clark with distributor as well as applesauce, 89 speed, 87 acceleration. High 80s, low 90s. Hand stats are all pretty rough, but, you know, body checking is really good. Stick checking is really good. And he has truculence, which I do like quite a bit. A little bit smaller, so it's a weird build, but he's not a bad card either. Again, might be one of the more popular ones. We'll see if there's any up. There just isn't. Man, there is nothing on the market right now. He wouldn't be bad in all honesty, just because, again, the body checking stats so high, it makes up for the fact he's 5'11". So be on the lookout for this Wendell Clark. We've got the 88 Kent Nilsson with wingman as well as fly the zone. Nice skating combos, 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 89 shot with 91 power. Hand stats are pretty good. Offensive awareness is almost maxed, as is his passing. Really nice winger build. Obviously a little bit slower, but because he's an 88, he might be actually, for a decent price, he might go for one of the lower end 88 overalls, because I think that, you know, there is some better ones, but all around, not awful. If you got him untradeable, again, you could use him for sure. I think that the right mix there, he's got a decent stat combo for across the board, and I really like having wingman and fly the zone. Just because they're on this card, it makes it easier to activate for other cards. And then, in my opinion, the biggest card to be released from this event, including the master sets, is the 6'2" Larry Murray. Last year, this card was one of the best, the team builder card. Now, his synergies aren't anything crazy, and, you know, honestly, booming shots not bad for defensemen, but Light the Lamp isn't all that amazing. But 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 94 agility with synergies activated. He's got a great shot, decent body checking with synergies activated, passing, puck control, defensive awareness. All of it is really good for a right-handed defenseman. So if you're looking for it, maybe you can't afford some of the higher-end ones, but this is actually one of the better, if not the best, right-handed defenseman that you can get right now, just when you combine the size. And I've used him last year. I haven't tried him out this year. His skating just felt really nice. That being said, 89, it is awfully tough to find this card. He is going to be pretty expensive. I saw him going for like $200K. I honestly would probably pay that for him. I think that it's very difficult to find. I've mentioned this a number of times. It's very difficult to find someone that's either fast, a defenseman that's fast, with a good shot, and size. He's got all three, and honestly, that acceleration is kind of what makes me most excited about him, because 93 acceleration is really nice right now. So be on the lookout for him, because I think he's one of the best right-handed defensemen you can get. And then we've got the 90 Keith Tkachuk with wingman and magician, as well as buzzing. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 agility, okay shot, right around 90 overall, and I'm like okay in the sense that he's a 90 overall. But he's 6'2", great size. Like I said, for anyone that likes, this is basically like the left-handed version of Alex Ovechkin. Obviously a little bit less shot, but the type of player that likes that kind of card, Keith Tkachuk's really going to be useful here. And like I said, the synergy combo is really nice for other players as well. So I think this could be a really helpful card. It's going to be tough to get him because he is going to be sought after. But again, he's probably going to cost like $250. It's, again, for that type of player who controls time on attack and doesn't rely off the rush scoring, this is probably worth it. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for all of the new event cards. Make sure you tune into the channel, as I will update you immediately when the new cards come out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.